Hello everyone, this is the Sagar Sopanamkar and today date is 27 April 2022 and today our topic is the our topic is the data mapping. Mostly the data mapping means the store the data in the specific format. This the stored data in specific format to using the another variable. This the variable is also called as the object, and this object is the also the data mapping. Here the data mapping is the concept of the Java, and it is the only store the data in the relational format. Here the mapping means the mapping means this the stored the data is the firstly converting in without query. This the converting data in converting data actually stored in specific format. That is the mapping means this the data are the this data are this data stored in the SQL tabular format, but without any using SQL queries. It is the stored in object basis. These object bases are the stored whole process are called as the data mapping. Here the mostly data mapping is the used in CRUD operation, means the actually CRUD operation is the part of the JDBC, means Java development Java database connectivity. Here the JDBC is the mostly used in the overall store the object or the storing the object or the to use store the in data in the specific format. This is the process of the JDBC. The CRUD operation is means the create, read, you update and delete. This operation is the to perform used in the types of the in the data mapping. Here the data mapping is the used in to requesting and the repository to almost used in whole tabular format. Then if we want to create a table, that time to not need if we want to create a table to to in the database, to not need not a need to write a not a need to write SQL query, because this the overall process are the to writing query in the Hibernate. Here in the Spring Boot. Here the Spring Boot is not a write to query, because the Spring Boot is the application is the overall they already stored in overall interface or classes, overall interface classes or overall SQL methods are stored in predefined or already stored in the Spring Boot. Here the Spring Boot, these the object are converted. These object are converted in the these object are converted in the database mapping. Here these the object are converted in the subquery language. And this process is the request as used in Python to request mapping, REST body, path controller. It is also used in annotation to forward it to data in the forwarded data to web. Here this is the CRUD operation. Then the perform overall CRUD operation in the request in the database. Then the relation of the data mapping. The relation is the first relation is the one to one data mapping. Then the second relation is the one to many. Third relation is the many to one, and last relation is the many to many. We see first one to one. One to one means the one object or one person are the depends on each another only one components are the only one methods. If we want to the dependency of the each other, here the dependency each other means the one class are depends in another other class. This is the best example of the one to one means The for example inheritance, single level inheritance. The child class are the depends on child class are depends on the parent class. If the parent class are overall the access overall data are the child class directly, because the child class are depends on the parent class. But if we want to create object of the child class, the whole data are the come in child class. But but if we want to if we to create the object of the only parent class, that time the whole data that time the child class data are not present or not come or not execute, because the child class are depends on the parent class, but parent class are the not depends on child class. This is the example of the one to one, means means the one class are depends on each other. Then the second one is the one to many. One to many. If one to many means the one to many means the one one parts of the one parts are the supported or the one parts are depends on the many components. Means the one the for example one subjects are the learn in many students. For example, the one subject of the Java is learn in the many student at a time. This the this the this the for example of the one to many. Then many to many, many to one. Many to one means the many many person or many components are the depends on only one object. This the process. This the process is the many to one. And many to many. Many to many means many many components are the depends on another many objects. This is the process of the many to many. This is the whole information of the data mapping. Thank you.